Good morning, students. Today we discuss about the 8th standard science rib cage. So the rib cage occupies the just region. So they have in a just region. They have in a rib cage. Is a consist of a cone-shaped structure. So they have a cone-shaped structure. Is made up of 12 pairs of ribs. They have a 12 pairs of ribs. The ribs are attached to the vertebrate in backside. So the ribs are attached in backside by vertebral bone. So the backside they are attached in the vertebral bone and curve around the form of a cage. The center part they have here a sternum. All those ribs are joined the one bone. So the one bone is called the sternum. It is made up of a cartilaginous bone. It's made up of the cartilaginous bone. The 12 pairs are attached to the breastbone. So they have breastbone. The breastbone at the front. It is called a sternum. The first they have 7 pairs of bones are directly joined to the sternum. The first 7 bone is directly joined at the sternum. So it is called true ribs. True ribs. So the first seven pairs is directly joined at the ribs, sternum. So it is called the true ribs. Then 8, 9, 10th ribs joined and finally they are attached to the ribs. So finally they attach the ribs. 8th, 9th and 10th ribs. So join together. So they join together. They finally to attach the ribs. So it is called false ribs. So it is called false ribs. First 7 pairs that directly to attach the sternum. So it is called the true ribs. 8th, 9th and 10th ribs joined to the 7th ribs. They joined it with the sternum. It is called the false ribs. 11th and 12th ribs. 11th and 12th ribs cannot attach the sternum. Cannot attach the sternum. So it is called a free floating ribs. So it is called a free floating ribs. So the last 2. So they cannot attach to the sternum. So only the one end they attach only the vertebral column. So the remaining end cannot be attached to the sternum. So this type of ribs is called a free floating ribs. Free floating ribs. Ribs cage set up the way for the contraction and expansion during the process of breathing. So this thorax cage, so they use it for the contraction and expansion. So during the breathing process, during the breathing, it is called the inspiration and the expiration process. The rib cage is protected underlying the lungs, and also they have in a heart and some part of the liver. The rib cage are used for the protection of the lungs and also the heart, and a major portion of the livers, they occur in this region. So next is called an appendicular skeletal system. Appendicular. Skeleton. So appendicular skeleton is a consist containing the bone in the appendages of the body. Appendages. Appendages of the body. As well as the structure and the connect to the appendages. So to the axial skeletal system. Especially the appendicular skeletal system is a comprised of shoulder bone. So this is called a shoulder bone. So they have the appendicular skeletal system is a consist of a shoulder bone. Another is called the arms. So they have a forearm and they have a hind arm. Upper arms and they have in lower arms. And the hand bone, the wrist bone, wrist. So they have in a wrist bone. And the hand bone. So the hand is consists of a different kinds of bone and the hand bone. And they are having a pelvic girdle. So they are having a pelvic girdle. And leg. And the leg. An angle. So the leg bone. So they are having an angle. Then foot bones. So they are having a appendicular. So bone is a consist of appendicular, appendages, shoulder bone, then arms, wrist bone, then hand bone, pelvic girdle, pelvic region, and leg bone, then ankle bone, then foot bones. So they have a different bone structures are present. So first one is called the shoulder bone, or otherwise called a pectoral girdle. So pectoral girdle or pectoral bone. So they have a pectoral bone. It's also called a shoulder bone. It's formed by collar bone. The pectoral girdle or the pectoral bone is a consist of collar bone at the front. So they are having a two collar bone at the front. Shoulder blade at the back. Shoulder. Plate. So the shoulder blade at the back side. Front side they are having a collar bone. Back side they are having a shoulder plate. Shoulder plate. Collar bone is supported the breastbone. So the collar bone to support the breastbone. It means the ribs. The shoulder bone encloses the socket-like cavity into the fix the ball of the upper arms. So they are having a small cavity. So they fix the ball of the upper arms. Here they have a ball and the socket joined. So the ball like structure they fix in the collarbone. So they fix the ball of the upper arms. They forms the ball and the socket joint. So they have a ball and they have a socket joint are present in this region. So this girdles is also called a pectoral girdle. So this girdle is also called a pectoral girdle. Then pelvic bone. The next one is called the pelvic bone, or always called the pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle or pelvic bone. This is also called the pelvic girdle. This is also called the pelvic girdle is made up of strong bone to balance the entire weight of the body. So they have a pelvic girdle. So they have a very strong bone to carry all the weight of the body. So pelvic girdles are formed in the your five fused vertebrae at the back. So they have a five fused vertebrae at the back. Sacrum, and they form in the cavity at the center. They have in a center, they have in a large cavity by reaching the front parts. So thigh bones are attached on the either side. Either side they have in a thigh bones are attached. So this of the girdle is called the ball and the jacket. Joint. Here they have in a thigh bone. So they joined with the pelvic girdle. So they have in a end part they have in a ball-like structure. Here they have in a socket. The ball and the socket joints are present in this region. So they have in a pelvic girdle. In the appendicular region, so they have in a two important. One is called in a pectoral girdle, other one is called a pelvic girdle. See the next class. Thank you.